Aquaponics. Build your aquaponics system and grow organic vegetables, fish, gardening and hydroponics. By Tim Wisley. Narrated by Jack R. James. Introduction. The term aquaponics derives from the combination of the term aquaculture, added hydroponics, and to be able to introduce the concepts and methods of this combined system of production, novel for our country, some concepts will need to be defined and aspects clarified of each of the productions that make it up. First of all, aquaculture will be seen as farming under controlled conditions of aquatic organisms and plants, particularly the branch of the fish farming, as the most important in terms of volume produced, followed in order of importance by other animals, such as crustaceans and mollusks. By deliberately and programmed lion-pating aquatic organisms, efforts are made to reduce fishing pressure in the seas and rivers, as well as to reduce other types of animal production, providing another source of animal protein. Somerville et al., 2014. As negative points of animal aquaculture production, the high demand for flour is mentioned, a fish processing food destined for cultivated organisms, action that may have an incremental impact on species fishing for these purposes, and the need to effluent treatment of the water used, in order to minimize the impact of the environment, making it friendly with it. Fish farming is a highly developed activity in several regions of the world, especially over the last few decades, and can be divided into 4 categories. Crops using cages in open areas, seawater and sweet. Crops developed in onshore ponds. Crops in swimming pools or raceways. And aquaculture recirculation systems. If you look deeper into the latter category, it will be observed that recirculation systems in aquaculture, SRA, are those where technology is used that allows the cultivation of fish to the largest intensity in a fully controlled environment. As a premise, to enable water, treatments must be carried out to release them from substances potentially toxic, the so-called metabolites, which are emitted into the water by the same organisms under cultivation, thus greatly improving the use of water. The technology used in these systems represents a very significant increase in the costs of assembly and operation, so it is expected to obtain a demand and increase productivity to improve subsequent profitability. For this, too, within the different crop levels, in super-intensive crop systems, where high densities are used to take advantage of the designed space. These systems are not completely closed, as they replace a certain percentage of water daily, about 10%, for maintaining physical and chemical parameters to remain fit for the proper development of fish. On the other hand, hydroponics is defined as the cultivation of plants without land use, applying different fastening techniques, so that the roots are in contact with a solution that provides them with the nutrients needed for their growth, instead of soil, and, depending on modality, can be provided with some inert material, which does not release any potentially toxic substance, which will allow the roots to be housed, support storage, allow irrigation of the nutrient solution. This modality of crops is the result of a vast scientific and technological development, and also economic, within the agricultural field, developed over the last 200 years. Somerville et al., 2014. There are many advantages in this field of plant production when compared to onshore crops, and some of them can be mentioned. The substrates used reduced soil-related pests, can be sterilized and reused between crops, tend to be better at storing moisture, and provision of oxygen to the roots. Increases the value
Sample complete. Ready to continue?